Thank you very much for being here today. I would like to ask a question about your first mission, the STS-41B, and your time with Dr. Robert Gibson, Dr. Hoot Gibson. So I had an opportunity to meet with him last month, and I told him about your time coming to UH and giving us a talk as well. So could you please tell us about your first mission, the STS-41, and your time with Dr. Hoot Gibson?
Yeah, the only doctor we had on board was Ron McNair.
Sorry.
Yeah. Ron was an interesting guy. He was a street fighter. On board, we have a series of straps. And if one of our crew start to go crazy, then we tie him up. We strap him down. We strap him to each other. I'll strap him into the airlock and close the door. And we got to sitting around talking about that one day, and we said, hey, if Ron wigs out, who's going to get him? Who's going to strap him? Not me. It's Vance, you're the commander. You get him. No, it was an interesting situation. Ron was a neat guy. We were sorry to lose him on the 51 Alpha. Were you going to ask me something about physically flying the thing?
No, just your time with Hoot Gibson.
Yeah, it was good being the Army's first guy. It was kind of a high-risk job, particularly after I'd not ingratiated myself to NASA headquarters. But to be the first Army astronaut. Being the first Army astronaut put me in, not daily, but certainly weekly, contact with the Vice Chief of Staff of the Army. Vice Chief of Staff of the Army basically doesn't decide who becomes a general, but he's pretty darned influential. And then I got this call one day, because I was assigned by General Thurman to go do a mission in Colorado Springs to relieve the guy that was up there. I got a call that that job had been canceled. I'd already bought a house up there. And I said, well, please give me some orders. I've got to have those before I can go do anything. But General Thurman has told me to be there, and I will be there, orders or no orders. And they called me a day later, said, General Stewart, we have some good news and some bad news. Well, he already told me the good news when he called me General Stewart. It was bad news that I was not going to Colorado Springs. Guess where I was going? Huntsville, Alabama. Now, was that anywhere close to what you were asking?
Yes.
Mr. Bob, Robert Gibson, flying with you, STS-41B. Robert Gibson, Hoot Gibson. Do you recall your time with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was asking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was asking about Robert Gibson.
Thank you. You got to understand, I'm deaf as a poker. Hoot was probably the best commander in the astronaut office. I would fly with Hoot anywhere in the world. I hesitate to call him the best pilot I've ever flown with, but when I was with Hoot, I was awfully glad that he was right there and Vance was over here. Can't say enough good about Hoot Gibson.